Hey Houseguest, welcome to today's BB14 updates and spoilers. Our houseguest of the day is Bonnieboe, and I want to say thank you for the kind words that you had in your email, and thank you for watching. So let's just start by saying last night was awesome. My Ian and Dan Final 2 dream lives on, and I feel bad because I didn't have anything against Shane, but he was standing in the way of that dream, so he had to go, unfortunately. Can I also just say, like, really, Danielle, were you trying to look like a blow-up doll? Because that's exactly what it looked like. Whatever. But anyway, so just that face was ridiculous. That was, like, way overdoing it. So usually they start part one of the final HOH at the end of that show. But this time they didn't. I guess there was so much drama going on leading up to it that they figured they'd just wait. So the HOH competition started after the show ended, and it was an endurance, as expected. And they were on these giant, like, fish hooks, and they had, like, a little platform to sit on. And they kept getting dunked into this water and then slammed against this padded wall. So it was, like, typical stuff. I think they were getting rained on, too. Ian actually fell off first. But apparently Dan convinced him earlier in the day, like, okay, I'm keeping you in the game. You're going to throw this to me. So he did. And Danielle also threw it to Dan. This girl, like, what? I mean, I don't know if I would trust Dan if I was her. Because, yes, he's been, like, protecting you the whole game, but he's been doing some things that aren't really the best for her. And, I don't know. Not really sure if I would do that if I were her. Pretty sure I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't throw the final HOH. No, like, why? What? No. So Dan won part one of the final HOH, and last night Danielle was a sobbing mess. She was like lying in her bed and pulling the covers up over her head and just like, Shane, I didn't know you were going to get evicted. I wouldn't have nominated you. So she was upset about the whole Shane eviction, and, like, I think more than him being evicted, she was just upset about, like, how it all went down, and, like, she wasn't mentally prepared for it, I guess, and she probably thought that, like, maybe Shane felt that she knew about it, but she really didn't. So I could see why she would feel bad about it, but I'm sure Shane will survive. So Danielle and Ian were both talking crap about Dan to each other. The funny thing is, it's because Dan told both of them to do this, but they don't know that. So it's just, like, so crazy how much of a puppet master Dan really is. Like, he has total control over these two. It's insane. He's just, like, orchestrating these conversations. And basically, it's so that the other person thinks that they're not going to take Dan to the final two, so they think they're going to take each other, but not really, and it's just like this whole mental mind F that Dan's got going on. But I mean, it seems to be working. They're, like, following him blindly. So the final three had a catered brunch today from Big Brother. That was nice. The feeds were off, so they probably had, like, music and stuff. And now Danielle is trying to convince Ian to throw part two of the competition to her, because she's saying how she's gonna, like, rip Dan's face off, and she's definitely taking Ian to the final two. I don't think so, but then again, you never know. It's kind of hard to tell after a while who she's telling the truth to. But part two of the competition should be tomorrow, and we will have that in the spoiler for you. And that's pretty much all I have. Yeah, that's it. So until next time, much love.